Okay, let's have another topic for quadratic equation by solving quadratic equation by factoring. So when you say factoring, you have to factor out the equations. If the left side of a complete quadratic equations in standard form can be factored into two linear factors, the roots or solutions of the quadratic equations can be obtained quickly and easily. So, recall that the test for factorability of a trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c states that if the discriminant is equal to b squared minus a 4ac is a perfect square, then the trinomial is factorable. Okay. To test if the equation is factorable, all you can do is to use the discriminant of the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is now our quadratic formula. And to test if the equation is factorable or perfect square, you have to use the discriminant of the quadratic formula. So our discriminant of the quadratic formula is this one. Discriminant. This is used on how to identify if the equation is factorable. Kaya ma-factor siya. So you have to use the discriminant of the quadratic formula, which is the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Don't forget to use the discriminant of the quadratic formula to identify if the equation is factorable or not factorable. Let's have our example for factorable and not factorable. We have x squared minus 8x plus 12 is equal to this one, 8x minus 8x x squared minus 8x plus 12. So, use the discriminant of the quadratic formula to test if the equation is factorable. So, d is equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac. And you have to find the value of a, b, and c. So our value of a is this one. 1 because x is partnered by a numerical value of 1. So 1. Our b is negative 8. And the value of c is 12. So you have the value of a, b, and c. Next to do is to substitute to the discriminant of the quadratic formula. So, we have d is equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac. So, our b is negative 8 squared minus 4 times a. Our value of a is 1 times the value of c, which is 12. So, simplify. Square root, then negative 8 times negative 8, which is the negative 8 square. We have 64 plus 4 times 1, negative 4, negative 4 times 1, negative 4, and negative 4 times 12 is 48. So square root of 64 minus 48 is 16. Now our D is equal to 16 square root is 4. So our equation is a perfect square. So that's how you identify if the equation is factorable or perfect square, because you factor in the using the discriminant of the quadratic formula. So if let's have example for not factorable. Okay, let's try this example for to test if the equation is factorable or not factorable. We have 2x squared minus 13x plus 12. Find the value of a. Our a is 2. Our b is negative 13. And c is equal to 12. So use the discriminant of the quadratic formula, which is d is equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac. Substitute the value of a, b, and c. So value of b is negative 13 square. Negative 13, negative 13 square minus 4 times our value of a is 2 times the value of c is 12. So negative square root of negative 13 square is positive 69 minus 4 times 2 is negative 8 times 12. So negative square root of 169 minus 8 times 12 is negative 96. Then square root of 169 minus 96 is 73. So our answer is negative 73. That's why our equation is not perfect square or not factorable. So that's how you identify if the equation is factorable or not factorable using the discriminant of the quadratic formula, negative square root quadratic formula, discriminant of the quadratic formula is the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So let's go to, we are done with finding or identifying with equation which is factorable or not factorable. Let's go to the zero factor property. So the product a b is equal to 0 if a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0 or both a and b are equal to 0. If the given quadratic equations in the form of x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, express the factored form as x plus m times the x plus n, and then use the Vitas formula. That is to find two numbers m and n whose sum is b and whose product is c. In symbols, x squared plus bx plus c is equal to x plus m times the x plus n. So this is now our symbols in finding the zero property. So we have zero factor property in the form of x squared plus bx plus c is equal to x plus m to x plus n. So this is now our symbols in finding zero factor property. The x squared plus bx plus c is equal to x plus n times the x plus n. So let's have our example for zero factor property for example number 1. We have solved for the equation x squared plus 12 is equal to 7x. Solution. So did you notice that our equation is not arranged? So x squared plus 12 is equal to 7x. First thing to do is to arrange into a standard form of our quadratic equation, which in the ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So now our solution is x squared plus 12 is equal to 7x. You have to transpose the 7x to the left side. X squared, 7x becomes, positive 7x becomes negative 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is now our standard form in this equation. So x squared minus 7x plus 12. So next to do is to form the symbols, which is x plus m and the x plus n. M and n is our numerical. So all you have to do is factor out the equation. So you have 2x, you have 12, and look for the third term, the 12, factor of 12. You have to identify the factor of 12. The factor of 12 is 2, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, 12 times 1. So we have the factor of 12. 2 times 6, 3 times 4, 12 times 1. All you have to do is to choose the factor. If you can add, is the result is the second term, is the 7. So which of this factor that if you add is 7? So we have 2 and 6, we have 8, 12 and 1, we have 13, we have 3 and 4, 7. So that's why we have to choose the factor 3 and 4, because if you add this factor, the result is 7. So 3 and 4. You write 3 in the one and 3 in the other. So 3x and 3 and 4. So in your sign, you have to look for the second sign, which is negative 7. So negative man siya. So what you have to do is always negative. The sign of x minus 3 is equal to x minus 4, because negative 3 plus negative 4, the result is negative 7. So this is now our factor for these equations. X squared minus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. To find out the solution of this factor is you have to 0 factor out. So x minus 3 is equal to 0, and x minus 3, x minus 4 is equal to 0. So x is 0, transpose the negative 3 to other side, plus 3, our x is 3, and the other side is x. 0 minus plus 4, 0 plus 4, our x is positive 4. So this is now our solutions for number 1 examples. If we have to try to check our equations, for checking is you have to substitute the value of x to the equation. So if x is 3, so x squared minus, no, that's x squared plus 12 is equal to 7x. So our x is 3, so 3 to the power of 2 plus 12 is 7 times 3. So 3 to the power of 2 is 9 plus 12 is equal to 7 times 3 is 21. So 9 plus 12 is 21 is equal to 21. So our answer is check. How about if x is 4? So x squared plus 12 is equal to 7x. Substitute the value of x, which is 4. 4 the power of 2 plus 12 is equal to 7 times 4. So 4 times to the power of 4 to the power of 2 is 16 plus 12 is equal to 7 times 4 is 28. So 16 plus 12 is 28 is equal to 28. So our answer also 6. So our solutions is x is equal to 3 and x is equal to positive 4. Our solution is, the solutions are x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 4. So this is now our solutions. The solutions are x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 4. Let's have another one example. So let's have example number 2. Solve for the equation 5x squared equals 6 plus 13x. The first thing to do is to arrange in standard form. So 5x squared is equal to 6 plus 13x. So transfer the 6 plus 13x to the left side, becomes positive, becomes negative. Negative 13x minus 6 is equal to 0. So our equation is now in standard form. 5x squared minus 13x is equal to 6. So you have to factor out. We have common the x and 5x and x, because you have a numerical representation of 5x. Then you have to look the factor of 6. So the factor of 6 is 2 times 3 and 1 times 6. So you have to choose this one, the factor of 2 times 3. So we have 2 and 3. So the sign is positive and negative, because negative, positive, and negative. Positive and negative. 5x plus 2 times the x minus 3 is equal to 0. So to factor out 0 out is 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. So 5x is equal to 0 minus 2 5x is equal to negative 2. To eliminate 5 of 5x is you have to divide both sides by 5. So cancel the 5. X is equal to negative 2 fifths. Negative 2 fifths. The other side is x minus 0 plus 3. X is 3. So to check if our answer is correct, we have to substitute the value of our x to the equation. 5x squared minus 6x minus 6 plus 13x. We have if x is equal to negative 2 fifths. If x is equal to if x is equal to negative 2 fifths. 5 times negative 2 fifths is equal to 6. 6 plus 13 times negative 2 fifths. So 5 times negative 2 fifths times negative 2 fifths is positive 425 is equal to 6 plus 13 times 2 is 20 negative 26 negative 26 over 5. We have negative 26 negative 26 over 5. 5 times 4 is 20 over 25 is equal to I know we have 13 here. We have 6 plus 13 times negative 20 negative 26 over 5. So we have 6 positive times negative becomes negative 26 over 5. So 20 over 5. Then 6 minus 26 over 5. Find the LCD. We have 5. So 5 30 minus 26. So 20 over 5 is 25 is equal to 4 over 5 or 20 20 over 25 is equal to 4 over 5. Then 20 over 25 becomes 4 over 5. Okay, check because 20 over 25 is can be divided by 5, both numerator and denominator. 20 divided 5 is 4 and 25 divided 5 is 25. So our answer is check. How about if x is equal to 3? So 5x squared is equal to 6 plus 13x. So 5 times 3 squared is equal to 6 plus 13 times 3. So 5 times 9 is equal to 6 plus 39. So 45 plus 45. So check our answer is 6. So therefore the solutions are negative 2 fifths and 3. Okay, so that's why our solution are negative 2, 5, and 3. So let's have last example for 0 factor property. Number 3 so example is solve for the equation of x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So solution is, so our equation is in standard form na no need to arrange that because our equation is in standard form. So have x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Equals to 6. No, 6. So 0. So our example will be, you have to factor out, you have to write the common x, then factor of 6, and our given is x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 6. So you have to arrange that in standard form. So we have transfer the 6 to the left side becomes negative. So x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x squared plus x minus a 6, negative 6 minus 6 is negative 12 is 0. So this time you have to factor out. The common is the x. You have to find the factor of 12. 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Factor of 12, 12 times 1. And you have to find if the equation is become positive 1. So you have to use the 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. Then the sign is positive 1. So all you have to do is the bigger sign, which is a positive, and the negative sign is the smaller 1. So factor out 0, we have x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to positive 3. Then x plus 4, the x is becomes negative 4. This is now our solutions. To check if the equation is correct, we have to substitute the value of x into the equation. We have checking if x is equal to 3, we have x squared plus x minus 6 equal to 6. So our value of x is 3 to the power of 2 plus 3 minus 6 equal to 6. So 9 plus 3 minus 6 is equal to 6. 9 plus 3 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Minus 6 is 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6 equal to, okay, check. Our answer is check. How about if x is equal to negative 4? So x squared plus x is equal to minus 6 is equal to 6. Our x is 4. So 4 squared plus 4 minus 6 is equal to 6. So 4 squared is 16 plus 4 minus 6 equal to 6. So 16 plus 4 is 20 minus 6 is equal to 6. So 20, negative 4. We have negative 4. become negative. So 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 minus 6 equal to 6. Then 12 minus 6 is 6 is equal to 6. So now our answer is 6 also. So therefore, the solutions are 3 and negative 4. So that's how to solve zero factor property. So if you have a questions or clarification about our topic for this afternoon, all you have to do is to contact me or chat me to ask me about your questions and clarification about our topic. Our topic for this afternoon is quadratic equations, solving in quadratic equation by extracting square roots and find identifying the equation if it is factorable or non-factorable and zero factor property. And we have the last two in finding quadratic equation. We have the completing square and using the quadratic formula. We have next meeting. We will be discussing about that solving quadratic equation using completing square and quadratic formula. For this now, I will have just finished my discussion about constructing square root and find identifying if the equation is factor and not factorable and com- zero factor property. And that's all my discussion for this afternoon. And if you have questions, don't hesitate me to ask about your questions and chat me anytime if I have my time to discuss about my discussion today. And that's all my discussion for today. Thank you and God bless for all. And don't forget we have an activity for this about our discussion today. I will send it later. Thank you.